Hello, I am Sulis and welcome to another NFL tier make list video where we rank which teams are good, Super Bowl contenders, and for 500 record, we call it the Tomlin standard. Because Mike Tomlin always won a 500 record. But before we get to this video, I want to send my condolences to Johnny Gaudreau's family. I mean, he was one of the best players. Even when he played against us as a Flame, his dazzling speed and talent made him one of the best players of this franchise for the Flames. It's just sad that he died at a very young age, and so sad. So without further ado, let's start off with the teams. Let's start with the Super Bowl contending team, the Chiefs. Pretty easy where I'm gonna go with those ones. They're a Super Bowl contender. It's that easy. They're a Super Bowl contender. With Mahomes, you can't do anything about it. Now, the Niners, they're also a Super Bowl contender. Let's hope that Trent Williams makes good picks and gets signed soon, otherwise. Next up, let's go with the Bills. Are they a Super Bowl contender? Yes, with Josh Allen, but I want to say playoff contenders for now because I don't see them being a Super Bowl contender. They just can't defeat Kansas City. If they can defeat Kansas City, they can be a Super Bowl contender. The Ravens, they're obviously a Super Bowl contender. There's no two ways about that. They're a Super Bowl contender. That's the thing. They're always going to be a Super Bowl contender. Now, the next team, the Texans. I wouldn't say Super Bowl contender yet, but I think they're a playoff contender. They could be a Super Bowl contender soon with their defense being elite. Not good, but elite. And then the Detroit Lions. This might actually sound crazy, but I think they're a Super Bowl contender. If only they can fix that defense and with how Mike Tomlin plays, they're a legit Super Bowl contender. And now think about this, I think Texans are going to be a Super Bowl contender too. If they can repeat what they did last year and go further, I think they're a Super Bowl contender. But 12 wins, that's the issue. They're literally in these two. Now, next team, the Bengals. They're only a Super Bowl contender if they get Joe Burrow healthy. But they're a playoff contender whenever Joe Burrow is healthy. Next team, we've got the Miami Dolphins. Are they a playoff contender? Yeah, but they've had issues in December, and that's the issue. So I would say they can make the playoffs, but wild card at best. That's what we call them. Now, Steelers, they're a wild card at best. The Lions, they're also a wild card at best because their days are ahead. The Cowboys, we always say they're a Super Bowl contender, but being teams over 500 has been a big of an issue. And I think we can say they're a playoff contender, not a Super Bowl contender yet. They did defeat the Lions, so they're really in these two. That's the thing. So actually, let's put the Cowboys and Lions in the same tier because when these two teams are very close, they're very very close. Next team to talk about is the Eagles. They're a playoff contender because last season was a total fluke. They collapsed, and you all know what happened. So they're only a playoff contender. They made Super Bowl a few years ago, but that's because they played in a weak schedule. The Packers. They're a playoff contender only because of Jordan Love's season. Now, the Seahawks. I'm gonna say the Tomlin standard only because this is gonna be the first year under Mike McDaniel. Now, teams that we know that are gonna be struggling. The Vikings. They're not gonna tank, but maybe be in the middle. Because Jefferson's their best wide receiver, but BJ McCarthy gone. I think they'll compete, but don't know if they are going to be a tanking team. Because we know teams that are going to be tanking. The Denver Broncos, they're legit going to tank. Unless the Patriots, sorry, but with that great defense, I cannot say they're a middle team. They're also going to be tanking to get some new picks. The Saints, they're only in they're the Tomlin standard. They'll go on a random winning streak to end the season, and then nothing happens. The Bears, I'm gonna say middle, only because that they're, they have Caleb Williams. The team that could go from lost to first is honestly the Bengals because they lost Joe Burrow. There's no excuse with that. Hmm. The Panthers. I don't know if they can make any big jumps this year. I want to say middle, only because they have new head coach, new of everything, and they hopefully can Bryce Young back a good. Jacksonville. I'm gonna say they're the Tomlin standard, not middle Tomlin standard, only because they're collapsed. If Trevor Lawrence can limit the turnovers, I think they're gonna be a Super Bowl contender. The Buccaneers, I'm going to say the Thomas Turner as well. I like big good Mike Evans, but that defense needs to fix up and show a lot of things. The Commanders, I don't know. They're a middle team. They're not a tanking team, but they're a middle team. We'll see what Jalen Downs can do, but they're not going to be tanking of some sort. The Jets, I don't know what to say. Every time Aaron Rodgers plays, he gets injured somehow, or he does bad. But honestly, I'm gonna say middle only because I have to see what Aaron Rodgers can fully do. He could finish 89 wins, but again, with a loaded division with the Bills and the Dolphins and the Jets, that's the issue. The Colts, I'm not gonna say this, but they're also in Tomlin's standard too. They almost made the playoffs if Tyler didn't drop the ball. The Giants, I don't know why to say this, but even with Malik Neighbors and Brian Burns, I would say tanking as well, but that's kind of harsh, only because Brian Dable is their head coach. So I'd say they're a middle team because Daniel Jones still has a chance. The tanking teams are literally these two teams. No offense, but Patriots, your days are gone. And Broncos, let's ride? It's not, let's ride. Now the Browns. I have no clue what Deshaun Watson is going to be. They're going to be led by the defense, so I'm going to say they're a Tomlin standard because of that defense. The Chargers, I think they're a middle franchise only because their offense is so bad. The Raiders, they're also in the middle because Anthony is now his first full year as a interim head coach. There's no one that's going to stop the Chiefs division because the Chiefs are winning the division, the Niners are winning the division, the Raiders are winning the division, and well, because they're not really Super Bowl contenders yet because they haven't made that second round, the Cowboys are also a Super Bowl contender. All these teams are Super Bowl contenders, but they could make the playoffs. But again, they're only a playoff team because of Titans. I have no clue what the Titans are. Their defense is solid. They have Darius Sneed, and they brought in two former Seahawks, Andre Diggs and Jamal Adams. They're a pretty wash, but we'll see how they do. Are they good? I don't know. Is Will Levis good? We don't know yet. So I'm putting at the middle. Cardinals, and the Falcons. I honestly have no idea if it's Kirk Cousins or Nick. Honestly, this is what's going to be. So if you have any changes that you think that are not true, comment down in the comments below, and I'll see if it makes any changes. Now this is what it looks right now, but again, I could be making mistakes. And that's all today as we kick off the NFL season in 1 week.